friends, and we lived together for about 5 years. Some of you may have noticed her sudden obsession with hugs and posting pics of them 5 times a day. You can thank me for that. So what I did was I went through all of her posts and took 4 of the best ones and printed them into canvases that I'm going to give to her tonight. So we have a pug together. We raised a pug together named Walter. So he's our son. After a few years of raising Walter, I'll show you Walter here. After a couple of years of raising Walter together, Ken moved in with us and brought his daughter Zoe. And so we lived together for a few years as a blended family. So not too long after, things got more serious between Ken and Brittney. They got their first home, got engaged, and adopted yet another baby pug named King. Give all those to her as gifts tonight. So even though they moved out, we still live as a family sharing custody of Walter, who now has a mom and 2 dads. I couldn't be happier for Brittney and Ken. I knew when she met him that he was a good guy and the right one for you, Brittney. Some of the best years of my life have been with both of you. And I'm excited to watch you guys grow together in the years to come. Grow your family, have many babies, and many more pugs. So, Ryan.
Hello everyone, and welcome. If you don't mind, I'm going to read because I get very nervous in front of crowds. And if I start crying, it's just...
Speak up a little bit.
What?
Speak up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not used to doing this. I even decorated with speech. Okay, first of all, I wanted to welcome everybody and thank you for coming tonight. Tonight we're going to celebrate the love that Ken and Brittney share. And also tomorrow we're going to, wait, I lost my place. We're going to witness their reunion. So we're just going to have fun all weekend. There is going to be a hospitality suite. Everybody knows that, right? Yeah, room 603 at the Jewel. Right, ladies? Yes. Okay. Ken, as your mother, I have to say how proud I am of the amazing man you turned into. And I'm sure your grandfather would be proud too. And as a parent, all we want for our children is to have them grow up to be the best possible person they can be, find true love and happiness. And Ken, you definitely did that. Brittney, where are you? There you are, honey. Brittney is not only wonderful, she's beautiful, and she is definitely the love of your life. You were meant to be together, and I knew that from the start when I saw you. Ken, I'm doing it. I'm putting it up to my mouth. It's hard to see now because I've got tears in my eyes. But your love is definitely meant to be, and I can tell every time I'm with you guys. Because you just compliment each other and know, I am! In every way. He's yelling at me, he keeps going like this. Anyway, Ken, you'll never know how much I love you. I just want to thank you for all the past beautiful, precious memories you've given me growing up, and all the proud moments I've had. Well, except for maybe some of the terrible twos in the teenage years, you know, but still, I can't wait for new memories to begin with you and Brittney. So here's to Ken and Brittney. I don't have a word. Always and forever in love. Thank you, everybody.
That's great, Cheese. Ken, is this okay? Am I speaking all right on this? You sure? I don't want to get yelled at. You know, I have 5 sons, okay, and Kenny's my 5th born. So how does he get to be a junior? Well, in the Italian tradition, your firstborn, God forbid, has to be an Italian name. So Anthony, my oldest son over there, he was #1. Tony, that's my guy. But anyway, after Tony, his mom and I decided that we would go to the Sexton names. So we went in with Steve, Randy, and Jeff. So now, Gigi and I get together, and Gigi says, I'd like Ken to be a junior. And I said, I don't have a problem with that, because I missed out.
Yes, you did.
I did? I missed out on it. I'm getting beat up both ways, Ken. So,
You didn't want to Kenny. He didn't want you to be named Kenny. He wanted, he thought for sure he was going to get a little girl. So his mother is the one that convinced him that if it was a boy to name you Kenny.
thank you. Anyway, I'm just going to try and give you a little timeline on how we all got to this place. When Ken was very young, his mom and I decided that we would always keep him connected with the family in Connecticut. And so during Ken's youth years and his younger years, and as he turned into an adult, he always made frequent visits to Connecticut so he could bond with his brothers and his nieces and his nephews. And it's always been that way, and it's been a loving situation on our side of the East Coast. Well, I don't know if a lot of you know this, but when Ken graduated from Illinois State University, he graduated summa cum laude, top of his class. And I remember that was a very big class. What happened to Georgia? Oh, I got scared. I thought she left me. But we were very proud of him that day. Ken always, when he came out of college, he always had an ambition to become a teacher, which is a great profession. At that time, it was really tough to break into the teaching business. It wasn't there for him. So he got this job in Connecticut at the Nordstrom's in the West Farms Mall in West Hartford, Connecticut. Well, the Nordstrom people thought a lot of him, and he decided to move on, and here we are, we're back in Texas now. So now we're in Texas, and you know, Ken and I keep in touch mostly by text. God forbid we should talk on the phone. But anyway, as he gets into the job, you know, I'm starting to communicate with him, and you know, I said, what have you been up to? He says, well, Brittney and I are walking our dogs, and Brittney and I are going to lunch, and Brittney and I are doing this. And I said, whoa. So we realized at that point that Brittney and Ken were going to be an item. So as any parent, you'd want to know and meet the girl that stole your son's heart, right? So now this is the best part. Carol and I live in Destin, Florida. It's absolutely gorgeous down there. And we've always invited them to come for long weekends. But every time we invite them, they go, oh, we can't make it this weekend because there's a huge sale going on. So now, wait a minute, now I know Columbus Day, and I know Veterans, and I know, you know, I mean, there's a ton of holidays, but come on, Groundhog Day, favorite teacher week, you know. So anyway, we finally got to meet Brittney last February when Kenny brought her to Connecticut for our annual Super Bowl party with the whole family. And of course, the family immediately fell in love with Brittney. And she touched our hearts, and we knew that's where that was going. So now, after we meet Brittney, I want to kind of stay in touch with her and kind of connect in with her family and friends. So I get on Facebook. Well, I got to tell you now, this is something. I start getting these friend requests, okay? And all these friend requests, these people are in their 30s, you know what I mean? So I know the friend requests aren't going to be for me, but I answered a few of them anyway. So can you imagine on the other end when they said, hey, you know what, I friend requested Kenny, but I got this old bald-headed guy with the same name. So, but anyway, here's what I did find out on Facebook. I found out the similarities in the two families. Brittney and her family and friends are very close knit. I see a lot of the celebrations together. I can see the love that comes out. That's the same situation and the same similarity on our family in Connecticut. I mean, we're very, very close. We've been that way for years. The other thing I noticed is both families like to party. So with that said, I just know in my heart that this weekend, this union is going to be spectacular. I know that that's the real deal over there with those two, and I'm so glad to be here and be part of it. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ken and Georgia. All right, next up, I'd like to call up Brittney's siblings, Greer, Brandon, and Lexi.
Sorry, we ditched Lexi. Hi everyone. Oh, I'm loud. Can you hear me? Okay. Everyone, I'm Greer, Brittney's sister and maid of honor, and this is Brandon, Brittney's brother and Ken's groomsman. We honestly couldn't be happier that this weekend is here. We want to say thank you to Ken's mom and dad for all you guys do for Brittney and Ken. Thanks mom and dad for the countless hours you guys put into this weekend so our big sister was happy, and we have never seen her this happy. Thanks to everyone who came from out of town to celebrate with our families. Our Mimi, my future mother and father-in-law, Lexi's parents, Steph and John, and all of our extended family and friends. We love you guys so much. Thank you also for all the people who we see all the time, Grandma, our aunts and uncles, and our cousins. Welcome to the best weekend ever. I'm Brittney's maid of honor, and we all know that the maid of honor is typically the bride's personal assistant and expected to be at her beck and call as she celebrates her special day. But I've actually been Brittney's personal assistant for the last 29 years. So I'd like to change it up a little bit and dedicate this toast to an angel who came into our lives about 3.5 years ago.
Dear Ken, thank you for making my big sister smile bigger than we have ever seen in her life. As you know, us Goldbergs stick together and we do anything for family. You have fit in perfectly since day one, showing all of us that you would do anything for us too. Ken, you are a true gem, and believe me, this family knows gems. But as Brittney's only brother, I feel it is my duty to add this side note. If you ever hurt my sister, I'll have Lexi kick your ass.
Dear Ken, I'm not sure where to even start. Most of my life I've had to worry about keeping Brittney in line, making sure she wasn't getting into too much trouble. And then you came along and I've never had to worry again. Not a single person in this room would disagree. Brittney is absolutely her best self when she's with you. Thank you for making her feel like the world is hers because it is. Thank you for making her feel like the most beautiful person in the room because she always is. Now more than ever, I understand the true value of having a sister. Brittney, you're my girl, my one sister, my personal built-in best friend, and I couldn't love you more if I tried. And seeing how happy Ken makes you is the greatest feeling in the world. Ken, we truly love you and we would do anything for you. Thanks for being the perfect husband for our incredible big sister. Now I know how cheesy this is gonna be, but I heard a quote from the movie Book Club and I couldn't stop thinking about how much it rings true for Brittney and you, giving me no choice but to reference it tonight. The truth is, love is not blind, and it's not a battlefield, and it's not the sun or the moon or everything we load onto it. It's just a word until someone gives it meaning. So thank you, Ken, because it isn't love that makes Brittney the happiest we have ever seen her, it's you. We love you.
Thank you, Career and Brandon. Next up, we'll have Ken's best man, Mike.
In 2 minutes. You know, we've been friends for over 25 years, overnight, hanging out, all-nighters, just going everywhere. I mean, pretty much we did everything. Hanging out at the butcher's daughter. I remember Kenny's grandfather, the nicest old man ever. I mean, it was always, they were always comforting, very sweet, and welcoming. And the thing is, with us I'm Italian, and the important thing with us is family. More than anything else, it's family. Stay connected. And me and Ken will always send a text, or I'll tease him with a picture from White Castle saying, hey, look what I'm eating right now. I mean, honestly, it's been so long that we've been together, and trying to sum this up in 2 minutes, I mean, honestly, he's a great guy. One of those people that is so loyal, reliable when you need him, and he thinks nothing about anybody but himself. He thinks of Brittney. When we were in Las Vegas, we were just recently in Las Vegas, Ken and I, and he would always we'd go to the roulette table and he'd bet on her birthday and be like, yes, we get, you know, Brittney, go Brittney, you know, and he won. And he won many times on roulette, so it was a lot of fun, and, you know, it was a great time. Also, we used to hang out, and a couple of little simple stories. Well, you know, we would go to, Ken was always the youngest in our group. You know, he was always, and I remember times we would travel out, and, you know, we were young, and I was 16, and I just got my license, and it's like, okay, well, we got to fit Ken in the car. So we used to stick Ken in the trunk, you know? You know, it's like, we didn't have any rooms, we just stank everybody, you know, we did what we could, you know? But there's no doubt Ken loves Brittney, and I wish you guys the best future, and lots of babies, and, you know, lots of them, okay? We're talking 6-pack at least, you know? So, you know, I gotta do the White Castle thing, you know, the 10-packs, whatever, you know? So you Chicago people know what I'm talking about, all the rest are like, what? But I wish you the best, good luck, congrats.
Have the Goldberg cousins come up and sing something. Louder? All right, we're having the Goldberg cousins come up and say something. Check, check.
How's it going, everyone?
Guys, can you move down this way?
We're Brittney's Goldberg cousins. Seeing as this is our fourth Goldberg cousin wedding now, you'd think it'd get easier. But it's always bittersweet to see another one lose the last name.
That's true.
We thought we'd take a moment to go through some of Brittney's best and worst traits as a Goldberg. And Ken, remember it's in sickness and in health. Stressing the sick here for the majority.
It's clear that our cousin Brittney is quite thin. And if you've ever gone out to eat with her, you might get a little concerned. The rainbow diet. She orders a lot, barely touches her food, and then makes Grandmama pay for it. They like that one. But don't be alarmed. Brittney's what we call a sleep eater. Some people, they sleepwalk, but not Brittney. Brittney binges in her sleep. From the hours of 2 to 4 a.m., you can find Brittney rustling through papers, not work documents. I'm talking Milanos, Reese's, Oreos. Is that a raccoon? Nah, it's just Brittney in the kitchen with the chocolate.
Every once in a while, she does take a break from her 4th meal to open her laptop and online gamble. Brittney is a big fan of DraftKings and fantasy football.
Now be honest, how many of you have been personally victimized by Brittney's gambling leagues? And how many of you have lost money to Brittney in those gambling leagues? Godspeed, Ken.
Okay, so I know we said in sickness and in health, but sorry, we got some more sick stuff to talk about, Britt. Did you guys know that Ken and Brittney sleep with up to 9 dogs a night in their bed? It's like the Real Housewives of Noah's Ark in there. I guess this is what happens when you think pugs are people.
And in health, Ken, you now get to spend forever with our funniest cousin. She may be second oldest, but she is undoubtedly the first to make you keel over laughing with her sarcasm and the weird memes she tags you in. Once you peel back the no bullshit exterior, you'll come to find the sweetest, kookiest, most genuine of the Goldberg cousins. Ken, you picked the best one.
But Brittney, don't think it's lost on us on how lucky you are to become Ken's wife. He's extremely thoughtful, loyal, down to earth, has the biggest heart, and most importantly is officially Grandmama's favorite Goldberg cousin. Sid, you had a good run. We couldn't be happier celebrating the two of you this weekend. The squad continues to grow. We love you guys. Cheers to Britt and Ken.
Alright, thank y'all so much for coming tonight. Does anyone else want to say a few words? Ken?
Thank you so much, everyone who said words, everyone who's here. It's very emotional for us being up here and being back there. You know, we wipe away tears. It's all laughter, it's all fun and games, but just looking out, I wanted to come up here and I wanted to say something just so I could see everyone that was here tonight. Hey, I know everyone can hear me, okay? I know everyone can hear me. I know. Okay. I just want to say thank you. It's been an emotional ride for us. Couldn't be here with all of you, without all of you. And for the rest of the night, I want you to reach out, say hi to someone you don't know, get in touch with someone because our families are connected now. And I want you all to know each other because it's going to be a long run. Okay? And I want you all there for every single step of it. Okay? So thank you all for coming. We love you. Have some food, have some drink, enjoy.